there are some people, the Lakers are making that run, they get it to 14. You and LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that. I was expecting him to do that game 4, game 5. He wanted to say something when I got my 4th foul. He should have been saying that earlier on. But, you know, I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
Now that soon-to-be former Memphis Grizzlies player Dillon Brooks poked the bear and got mauled, many people in the NBA world are reacting with hopes of seeing him playing in China by this time next year. But actually, former NBA star Jayar Jackson had a different take when he appeared on I Am Athlete's Paper Route podcast with Brandon Marshall and Ashley Nicole Moss.
For me, I think it's bull. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, I guess if you offend LeBron, everybody get mad. I guess when you compete against LeBron, everybody get mad. Yeah, he got a chip on his shoulder. Yeah, he might say some things, but he ain't the first player to do that. Ron Artest did it. I did it. Draymond does it. Like, I don't understand. I guess he poked the wrong bear, but I don't agree with that. I don't agree with them coming out and saying that. Baltimore did the same with Lamar Jackson. Tried to come out and demean him so nobody else wouldn't sign it.
Wishing the worst for a player and send him off to China just because he played against what many people consider one of the best ever. And he played with an angry attitude on top of it. Just because he wasn't afraid of LeBron, I think hating him for that is a little bit extreme. But Jayar Jackson was not done with Memphis.
This guy just like playing the game a certain type of way. He play hard. Is he the most talented player? No. But he competes. He's in the NBA for a reason. Y'all signed him. Y'all brought him there for a reason. But don't demean him now because he said some things or he might have ruffled y'all feathers. Okay, what would have been better for me? For Memphis to come out and say, you know what? We can't have Ja doing all this and Dillon. We have to get rid of one of them for the betterment of our organization. But don't just try to single Dillon Brooks out just because he played the game a certain way with a chip on his shoulder to make it seem like he's a bad guy and we just going to come out and say we don't want to bring him back at all. I think that's bullshit on their behalf. So, and that's the difference. I say too many guys play come through their mouth and not in their game. You know, it's a lot of guys like that. A lot of guys like to talk it, but they don't back it up in their game today. Back then, we backed it up.
There has been a constant drumbeat of people hearkening for the good old days of the 90s NBA, when people were hard-nosed, when we played tough defense, when fights happened. Let's keep it real fights happened, and how there was rivalries, and actually teams disliked each other. Players disliked each other because of the competition. But now that we see someone maybe using that energy in NBA, maybe you don't like him for that. That's cool. A lot of people didn't like Ron Artest because of the same reasons. A lot of people didn't like Dennis Rodman because of the same reasons. But those guys won, and they competed. And up next is the free agency process for Dillon Brooks. And I got to be honest, I wouldn't hate it if he was in a Clippers uniform.